Recapping Illinois real quick. Of course, it was nice that we got a win, but a lot of things we need to clean up on. Had some good performances, but some things that we need to continue to polish if we're going to have a chance this week and down the stretch with these remaining four games in the league. Special teams, it was, we got the big turnover, which was huge. Got points off of that. It was a good play by a good punt. I think Eric's done a good job filling in for Mitchell Voss. He's been steady for us and did a nice job there. Ewald's done really well in our placements, our kicks. We did have the one kick out of bounds. I think a big play we talked about. We decided at halftime, and it wasn't a huge win, but it was a difference between kicking it out of the end zone or a short kick, being a little bit more aggressive with deep throws, maybe worry about the ball hanging up. So it was kind of it wasn't worth maybe a possession, but it was worth thinking about what to do. And we decided at the second half to kick off into the win because we wanted it for the fourth quarter. And we had a really nice high kick, had great coverage. Defense got a stop. Later, we created a turnover. It got some points. So I think, we thought that was the best way to play it, but you got to execute. And I think the kids, did a great job. And it started with Mitch's kick and the kick cover deal. So kicking game was solid. Defensively, we made some strides. We did have 14 missed tackles. We got to play a little bit harder. We thought we had a few guys not playing quite at the energy of the previous few weeks. Didn't get off blocks, weren't as physical as we needed to be. Even though we made some sacks and had some stops, we got to keep pushing. Positives, we held them to 17 points. We did get the sacks, so we created a turnover on defense, one on special teams. They had the ball twice inside the 5-yard line. We hold them to 3 points, and end of the game they don't score. So a couple of red zone stops were good. Offensively, one of our worst performances. I do think Illinois' defense going into it, I think they're a little bit more skilled and proficient than I think people are giving them credit for. Their front seven particularly is very good. Only 1 of 13 on third downs was disappointing. We only had 7 big plays. I didn't think we were very physical. We did have one good drive at the end of the fourth quarter, but the offense was pretty anemic all day. We didn't turn the ball over. We did score when we crossed the midfield. The fourth quarter drive was nice, but we got to be a lot cleaner. It was nice to see us struggle in the defense come through. We're kind of picking it up, but again, we still haven't played a complete game. It was good to get a win. Performances, I thought Greg Heben, our special team player of the game. I think I looked today, and then Adam Raplogo is our defensive player of the game. Adam and Greg have been, I think, the players of the game defensively every week. It's been one of those two guys. And, of course, Greg shows up as our special teams player of the game. Offensively, Stephen Houston and Nate Sudfeld were. And the guys behind the scenes that you don't see, we thought Jake Reed, offensive line, playing center, Anthony Davis, those names keep popping up. They did a great job on our scout team again, as did Big Ralph Green. We're excited about him as a D tackle, and Garrett Welch, who's a walk-on DB from Noblesville. So it was good. It was nice to win, but a lot to work on. And we keep trying to talk to our guys. If we're building our team, we're going to get better down the stretch. Every team does. That's good. It's nice to have a positive scoreboard, but there's a lot to improve on. There's a lot to build on. And now we can maybe be in a positive situation, but still try to keep building because we got a long way to go. And we're going to keep pushing this week to have a better week. And we'll need one to have a chance as we play against Iowa this Saturday. Questions?
With the win, is it a blessing that they maybe didn't play their best game? Because you've talked before about how guys will get a little bit maybe too excited when they have some success, and this is going to help you guys keep them grounded a little bit more.
Well, our comments to them, again, our common theme, pushing over a year now, is constant daily improvement. And when we've had some shortcomings, we wanted to keep coming. Now we've had a positive, but let's don't look with rose-colored glasses. Let's look and see where get our timings off in the pass game. Our protection can be better. Perimeter blocking, backside reach blocking, missed tackles, getting off blocks. We created some plays, but we also missed some plays defensively. So as we, that's been our theme. And hopefully, again, I think we're getting some great leadership from Adam and Will Maddie, Larry Black, and those senior guys. A couple of those other, Kofi Hughes or Stephen Houston, those guys, Mark Murphy, those guys, Greg Heben, they pick up some slack, good too. But we need to keep building. And if our kids are truly embracing our values, we've had 2 really nice days of practice so far. We've already practiced here Tuesday morning, and we're off to a good start. And that's, our theme of the year, keep getting better. I would expect us to get better this week, and we'll need to, because again, it's evident. You go 1 of 13, you're not going to perform well. You have, 14 missed tackles. That's going to haunt you. They missed a couple shots where they had the opportunity to make a play or two that they missed. So you don't want to rely sometimes on a team giving you a game. You need to keep pushing and working. So we'll see as we go forward. That's our challenge.
What is about Iowa in particular that the main concerns?
Well, Coach Ferentz has had as much success. Coach Fry got that thing going. Coach Ferentz has kept it going. They've lost their last two, but you look at who they've lost to. They've lost to good teams. They lose to Iowa State. Was playing really good in the Big 12, the rival game early. They kind of, like we did, they kind of blew one at the end against Central, or Michigan, where they made a play or two, but they've lost two recent games to two good teams. It's a prideful team. They're tough. They're physical. They've had some injuries, but they're a program that overcomes that. Doesn't matter who the running back is, they're going to zone it up and get downhill and always have a tremendous line. Defensively, same way. Their tape looks like it did when I was at Northwestern 10, 11 years ago when they were building what became the 2002 championship team. So, they're just philosophically sound, structured. A lot of things they do, we're trying to emulate. We're not trying to make our program just like theirs. But Coach Ferentz is one of the better coaches in our profession, one of the better guys in the profession. His kids will have a great week. And, we need to learn to win at home. And we need to learn to keep getting better. And this will be a challenge because this is a winning football program that we're playing, and we're trying to become that. So for us to put together a good week and go out and compete and see where we stack up against these guys will be a big challenge. And we look forward to the challenge because, again, I respect their program and what they do, and there's a lot of good ones in our league, but the program we're playing is one that I truly respect everything they do.